Alright, hi there YouTube, it's me Morsuit America, and in this video I'll be talking about Overlord Chen. Now Overlord Chen is the healer for the Taoyang warriors and will be the first 7 overlords we will be getting once global hits, that benchmarker of getting overlord allies. If you haven't seen my previous videos, I'll put them in the description below, and it should be in its own playlist. If you don't see it right now, then it's a work in progress, but yeah, let's get started and let me talk about her abilities, what she's good in, and etc, etc. Alright, so Overlord Chen is a priest and a support character. Her damage is magic range and her support is neutral. She does not have a gauge. When it comes to her normal attack, it's a AoE damage, magic range, or party heal. This deals damage to all enemies or heals all party members by 80% of self-attack. Chen's first ability is a party heal. It's the Tree of Life. Now this plants the Tree of Life for 16 seconds. Every time the tree grows, it recovers HP for entire allied party by 620%. And apparently I cannot click on the damn animation that much, so where was I? It recovers HP for entire allied party by 620% and increases their attack by 150% for 12 seconds. The tree grows 4 separate times and increases all values by 30% each time it does. Upon the end of this skill, recovers HP by 660% for entire allied party every second for 12.3 seconds. The tree can revive one allied unit and grants them invulnerability for 5 seconds when doing so. Chen can only plant one Tree of Life at a time. Cooldown for this is 15 seconds. And obviously if you are looking on the screen right now, yeah, I can't really spam this first ability because there's a cooldown for it. Chen's second active is the Tree of Death. This is an AoE debuff, AoE damage, magic ranged. Plants the Tree of Death for 16 seconds. Every time the tree grows, it debuffs all enemies by increasing their received damage by 65% and inflicting 680% damage every second for 12 seconds. The tree grows 4 separate times and increases all values by 30%. Each time it does, upon the end of the skill, increases the received AoE damage for entire enemy party by 95%, and it inflicts a debuff that inflicts 1640% damage every second for 15.3 seconds. Chen can only plant one Tree of Death at a time. Cooldown for this is 15 seconds. And when I was referring to cooldown earlier, I mean like I cannot spam click the button because apparently there is actually a cooldown time for me to plant said tree. And lastly, her third ability is Fast Growth. Quickly grows a planted tree to its maximum state. Also cleanses all debuffs for the entire allied party and increases their attack by 174%, as well as their random additional damage by 155% for 9.3 seconds. Stacks up to 2 times. Cooldown for this is 5 seconds. And this is a party buff. Let me actually plant a tree and show you guys what it does. So you plant a tree, it does that. Chen can use her third ability to grow that, and then most likely grow it again. And I think you guys can't actually see the tree because, I don't know, I think my phone's actually outdated and it really can't keep up with the special effects and stuff, but you got a glimpse of it here and there. Chen's first passive skill is a self-revive, the Right of Life. Upon Chen's death, revives with full HP after 12 seconds. Chen is granted invulnerability for 4 seconds and active skill cooldowns are fully reset. Chen's second passive skill is a party buff, a Haven of Heart. Upon Chen's death, grants entire allied party buffs that allows them to only receive 10% damage if received damage exceeds 10% of their maximum HP, and recovers their HP by 840% every second for 14 seconds. And lastly, Chen's third passive skill is Preciousness of Life. This is a party buff. This increases main attributes by 155% for entire allied party and stamina by 94%. Additionally, increases attack by 72%. Now, since there is ultimate skills, I'll be mentioning Chen's ultimate skill, and most likely if I haven't actually mentioned the other characters' ultimate skills, I'll do a quick video about that. And if they did revamp the abilities, I'll be mentioning those two in a later video. But when it comes to Chen's max skill, it is the self buff Energy of Benevolent Life. Plants the soul tree when using Tree of Life or Tree of Death. The soul tree combines the effects of both trees and increases entire allied party's piercing damage by 720%. Now, the ultimate skill for Chen is Ancient Soul Tree. Planting a soul tree increases magic damage of all allied units by 150% and increases the magic damage enemies receive. I know I kind of skipped over this with the other two characters as well, but they do have a beat up skill. I know I haven't talked about beat up skills, and I think I actually overlooked this when I was doing my review over Ban and Miyu Mark V, so I will be making a short video talking about that. But for Chen's beat up skill, it's Truth. This increases enemy received magic damage by 15%. Hopefully, once I make the video talking about beat up skill, you can find it in the description below. Alright, so for Chen, I think her design is pretty simplistic and good. Would I say this is an Overlord sort of look to her? No, not really, but once again, she is a healer. Healers tend to be pure, simple, and angelic, so I wouldn't say she's angelic looking, but I can see the pure and the simpleness of her design. And I gotta say that everything looks alright. I'm kind of liking the outfit, especially because it's like, it looks like her sleeves are really long or big, since it's actually hanging like over there next to her legs. But yeah, it looks like she also has braided pigtails, ? I don't know what to call that hairstyle, but that seems fine. And yeah, her weapon kind of makes sense because her abilities are focused around a tree, so why not use a tree as a weapon? I don't know. It'll be funny to see her smack someone across the face with that tree. And then lastly, the last detail I want to point out is her, her pose is completely different from most of the usual pose because you get to see her backside and a bit of her front side. But I want to point out that tattoo. Whoever designed that tattoo must have took a really long time to make sure he gets the fine details in there. And I don't know if that leg tattoo is connected to her back tattoo, because apparently that tattoo, there's a tattoo on her back. Like, if you look really close at her, you can see like some mark over there. So is that I'm having a hard time saying tattoo. Is that leg tattoo running up her butt, then to her back? Because if it is, then the guy that made that tattoo had a really good time, because, you know, he was able to stare at some looks. So anyways, yeah, that's my opinion about Chen. She looks fine. She is definitely waifu material. So if she is your waifu, that's great on you. I still got my waifu errands, so I'm not gonna take her, but she is fine to look at. And that concludes this video on Chen. So once again, what do you guys think about Chen? Do you like her? Is she your waifu? Do you prefer Nia over Chen? Do you want to add on to whatever I just stated? And you know, etc, etc. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys around. Peace.